people. Let's buy him some time.
Okay, Fish, package on the way. Start the music.
I'm reviewing Titanfall for the Xbox One. Now this game has been heavily hyped. It's by ex-Call of Duty developers. They formed their own company, Respawn Entertainment. They're bringing us this brand new IP. We've played the alpha, we've played the beta, but how is the final game? Is it up to snuff? Well, note that it is strictly online multiplayer only, but if you are online, fortunately enough, there's plenty to do here. Everything in Titanfall you've seen in other games, but you haven't seen it together as one. The guns, the Titans that you control feel great. The controls overall are fantastic. The parkour is very satisfying, jumping around. The gameplay is a smooth 60 frames per second. Also, the graphics, while certain levels do look good, I will say overall it's not going to make your jaw hit the floor, but it does keep a nice look, and at the same time you have to understand what's going on. There's several Titans, several explosions, ships, there's bots. Everything is happening all at the same time, and the frame rate is steady. Now for all that to be happening, it just couldn't be done last gen, but it can certainly be done on a high-end PC and the Xbox One. While some people were complaining about the inclusion of bots since this is a 6v6 game, actually the bots make the game feel a lot bigger. You can use the team AI. Let's say there's a group of grunts. If you're just plowing down grunts left and right, the real life enemies are going to look over and see that, and that opens you up to get shot in the face. So it's little tactics like that that you have to be aware of, utilizing the AI, when to do that, when not to, is all part of the strategy in Titanfall. Another part of the strategy is burn cards. You'll get different burn cards all the time. So people will run around with different powers. That way it's balanced, because you're not going to get the same cards every time. You might get one that amps up your speed, one that'll give you unlimited grenades, different all the time, and that's the thing that keeps this really cool. You don't know what you're going to get. Going back to attrition mode, kill bots, kill enemies, destroy Titans, and it all adds up as points. Whatever team has the most points at the end, they obviously win. But even if you're on the losing side, it's not over for you completely. Getaway ships spawn in a matter of seconds. If you can make it on the ship, you can get a bunch of bonus points. So even though you lost, you're still getting a good amount of experience. It seems like the work you put in is earned, and it also seems like you don't have to grind and grind and grind for hours to level up. It's balanced out, just like the overall gameplay. Other modes that you can play among these 15 maps that are included on the disc is hardpoint. You lock down A, B, or C, keep the points. Nothing new here. Capture the flag in this is just a little bit better than other games, because you got to take the parkour in mind. Running fast, jumping off walls, bouncing, just trying not to get shot overall. Pilot Hunter, you win this mode just by killing pilots. So just the regular players, that's the only way you can score, is by killing those guys. And that's it. So that mode wasn't really well thought out as I would have liked. What they did think about is the last Titan standing. Everybody spawns in a Titan of their choosing. You all fight and go at it with whatever perks you have equipped. You could lose your Titan, get ejected, and still fight with an anti-Titan weapon. But once everybody on the team has lost their Titans, then the game is over. And just like the humans have perks, increased parkour, cloaking, stuff like that, the Titans have perks as well. One of them that I love very much is the Vortex Shield. Holding in the left bumper, anyone shooting bullets at you or rockets, the vortex shield will grab all of it and you can send it right back at your enemies. Also, punching humans with a Titan is pretty satisfying, or just walking over and stepping on them is fun too. I haven't experienced much lag at all in the game. I mean, you will hit a couple rooms where it does happen, but ultimately I think they've been doing a good job with the servers. Another way to play this game is through the campaign. At the beginning of stages, you're treated to special cutscenes, and there's also dialogue that plays as you go through the levels. Whether you're fighting for the militia or the IMC, both sides have campaigns, but it doesn't matter whether you win the game or lose the game, the story still progresses, and also it's very hard to keep track of what's going on when in the campaign mode your enemies are real life enemies. So if you stop and pause to try to take in what's going on with the story, you might actually lose the game for your teammates. So taking in this campaign, appreciate them trying something new, but I feel like it wasn't well thought out. And also there's no real memorable characters, so to be honest with you, I couldn't care regardless if someone lived or died. They tried to give it some sort of narrative, but it just isn't working out. And that goes back to my main issue. If you're playing offline, the game is 100% useless. It's no good to you at all. There should have been some sort of maybe local survival mode, split screen, something to keep you entertained, but it's not here. And the game is $60 still, so I have to take off for that. Ultimately though, you cannot go wrong with Titanfall. I think you'll be able to find plenty of joy out of this. This gameplay is deep, it feels great, and it plays better. But because of the single player omissions, I have to give it a 4. But a solid 4 out of 5.